stuff out of the back seat while I get untie the chair.
Anything else in there?
Nope.
It can fall even. It's just paper. And that goes to mine. Thank you. And is that actually all that was left? To our knowledge? Alright, thank you. Maybe that was the last of the stuff. Alright, so good afternoon. It is Friday, the 5th of July. Been home for a little bit, not getting much editing and such. So I got a call. Mom, Mike, and them, they've been working on the basement. They're redoing it. You know, they knocked out the wall. They're making their own space down there. But I had a little bit more stuff down there. Maybe this is really all of it? I'm like, I felt like there had to be more, but maybe not. But it's some of the bigger things, like the partially completed painting. This big thing just has paper in it. Some other art. One of my old maps, like old from 10, 15 years ago, for one of my old 3.5 D&D games. Yeah, and of course, a chair. This is the chair I always used over there. It's a nice chair. It's a nice comfy chair. But I've always kept this cover over top of it to keep it nice. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that here or not, or where it will go, or what will go on. But I was like, yeah, if you got time, bring over the rest of the stuff. And then I also had a box of pants. Mom had gotten me more pants and was like, see if any of these fit. And I'm like, one pair. You keep buying that same size. I'm bigger than that. She's like, only one? There were like 10 pairs to try. I'm like, wait, they're all the same size. Oh, maybe you are actually a bigger size. Yeah, I'm fat. So I gave those to him to take back. She'd gotten those for me at the resale shop and given me them yesterday when we were out. She had also, at the resale shop, got me this, which is a new kettle. Which I'm like, I don't know if it'll be better than the one I currently have, but I'm at the point where I've been needing to replace the one I currently have. And I want to get something nicer, but I keep not spending the money on it, so if it turns out to be nicer, then it was pretty cheap, because she got it from the resale shop. So there's that. And trying to figure out, what do I want to make for dinner? Because it's getting late. It's definitely getting late. I'm like, I need to eat something, and my brain first says, go get something. McDonald's or Burger King. Let's go spend money. I'm like, no, brain. I need to save my money. Stupid brain. So I'm gonna make like some ramen, because I got some stuff. Like I got the stuff like for the I've done an omelet or two with, and I could just do that, but I'm like, well, maybe if I do use some of that, and I'll make ramen. Obviously not the cheese. So here's stuff. So we're gonna see if we can make a nice bowl of ramen. And that, well, looks better than it has in quite a while. Not only are there the lovely noodles and the soft boiled eggs. But I got some green onions and jalapeno, and just warmed up a couple pieces of ham and cut it up in there. I got all sorts of stuff. This is some fancy ramen. That's fancier ramen than I've had in quite a while. So that'll be dinner tonight. And it's late, but I don't know. I'll have to figure out somewhere to set these at least for overnight, because otherwise, if I bump them that way, the corner of that piece of furniture pokes into the canvas. I need to find somewhere safe to put them, but I need to eat before the gnats get to my food. What to do? That was really good. I've made ramen fancy. I mean, really, the first time I ever did that was within the last couple of years. I think I was still at mom's, but it was during the time I was vlogging. And I've played around with it a number of times. And I think I've gone similar to this level before, but I don't usually. Especially lately, it's been a while since I've had green onions or jalapenos, just because it's been a while since I've done the fried rice. I'm sort of taking a break from that after the nightmare I had trying to add chicken to it. Like, I'll get back to it, but let's just take a step back from it for a while. So I haven't really had that to add to it. So it's usually just been kind of, basically the egg. And I got the eggs perfect. I've decided I like the soft-boiled egg. I like the creaminess in there. Yeah, it's not quite as healthy for you as fully hard-boiled egg, but it tastes good. And beyond that, I rarely have sandwich meats, ham. And when I do, it's usually because I have everything set aside to make a certain number of sandwiches that I have bought all the ingredients for, and that is planned out meals. This was ham Mom gave me, and I've just kind of been finding things to use it for. That was a fantastic thing to use it for. Being able to cut it, and I just sort of took a couple pieces of ham. When I was boiling the eggs, I just threw the ham in the water with that, so it would be, warmed up and kind of cooked just a little bit. And then I just cut it into each of them into quarters, and just sort of fanned them out and stuffed them in the side. Simple, but so good to add that to it. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done that. Anyways, as far as the stuff that got moved in, I'd moved the poster board, or the cork board with the old map, up into the closet. The other stuff, I think those things are probably just going to go behind this, but that's going to require some maneuvering because they're probably going to stick a little bit behind this, and I don't know. The point being is, at some point I'm going to do it, but it's whatever. An old painting that I'm partially, that I partially did and never finished, that I'm like, I don't want to give up on. It's a cool spider lady. I might eventually finish that. I also got just some other drawings I've shown off before. And this thing is large sheets of paper. And it's all just stuff that was kind of big and bulky. So it got, it just didn't get moved for a while. But it's here now, so I'll find a place for it. But I got it over there so that it doesn't blow around in the wind of the fan overnight. Otherwise, basically the only other thing here is this and the chair. I don't know what I'm going to do with the chair. But this is old things like my copy of Cats 4 from 1999. And other weird things. That box down there is the box from and contains some of the discs from the first computer I ever bought. It's garbage, none of those pieces of software would run on modern computers, and even if they would, they're not things that I would need anymore. They're from a computer in the mid-90s. We're past that. But yeah, it's just whatever, old stuff. But I did make that little, I'd call it a clock, but the clock hasn't worked for, well, probably since I was in middle school. So I think that's where I made it. Still, it's here now. I do not know what I will do with it, but it's here now. I might actually sort through and get rid of some of this, old discs, but who knows? Yeah, I think they were saying that's just about, they think everything. I feel like I've got to have more stuff over there. I just have so much junk. And I mean, I know I have stuff up in their attic, but I'm not counting that because I'll probably stay there, either until they have reason to move it out, or I move into a place with an attic of my own and decide I want to store it myself. But yeah, just continuing to work on getting junk over here. And as much as some of the stuff was bulky, it was a considerably smaller trip. It's less things. So I am starting to finish with getting all the junk out of their house, but oh well. Anyways, I'm rambling. It's late. I'm tired. I'm gonna head to bed. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues. Good night.